have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this Big Red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Akron Zips, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Huskers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the Akron Zips offense takes the field to start this game off. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access. Because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
And the Zips have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, they needed that one, and that took every bit of concentration by the wide receiver there. That was awesome. Big 3rd down. You got to make the catch, but you got to make sure you stay in bounds. He did a really good job of securing that and keeping the chains moving.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Got a man, it's Polk. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And that shows you the confidence this QB has in his target down the field. Running the corner route, he's well covered, but he knows if he puts it up in the air, his guy's going to go climb.
Fires toward the end zone. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Johnson. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man, it's Raiola. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Huskers decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Unloads it downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The Zips will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Key. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, running back on the move. There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Rushes on him. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Huskers have their offense in high gear. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really nice job by the defense, understanding 1st and goal. What do most people do on 1st and goal? They're going to try to run the football in. The defense says, nah, bro.
Intercepted deep in his own end. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Akron.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. That's caught. It's Hunter. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The handoff to Johnson. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. The screen, he can go. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. Breaks into the open. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Tag! And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Zips!
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Huskers can really attack on this second and short. Back to throw, it's Raiola. He'll pull it down. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. First down here for the offense. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so down.
With the catch, it's Johnson. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Cornhuskers will punt this one away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Man, I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it on the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Look out, he's got room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Finley. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down.
That's a great play by the defensive back, swatting away that football on that deep pass.
Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Zips are marching down the field. On the ground, it's Gant. Runs through the tackle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Zips come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's the handoff. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
And the Zips have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They think there's room to run to the right here. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. Running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Trying play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Akron. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the 1st half, but this unit looks dialed in.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to Baylor. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. The Huskers want to move quickly. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. They go to the draw. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
He's going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. It'll be 3rd and long. To throw, it's Finley. The short hands, it's Williams. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42.
Right. 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little space. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Got it in stride inside the 20. They'll immediately call timeout.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Complete to the right. Give him 6. Touchdown, Zips.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Final seconds of the 1st half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Zips will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Barney. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll give it to Johnson. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The Huskers line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Oh, they're after him. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. And the Zips will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Got a little space.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like nice first down execution.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And he finds finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Zips with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Finley. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Zips come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Touchdown, Akron! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
Nebraska, 3.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Huskers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Now a fair catch is called for and may just midfield. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Back to pass on second down. He's looking deep. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The Zips will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Off play action on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Catch in the middle. It's key. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Bring in the heat. Makes the grab. It's key. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field.
Coming up, 4th down.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The give on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking for a deep man. It's caught. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Zips will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Makes the catch, it's Hunter. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The hand to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Looking for a crease. It's Gant. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down, doesn't convert this time. Looks as if this one will be marked down around the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
That's caught. It's Hunter. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Huskers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Zips send out the punt unit. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the ball comes to rest right there. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. To the air, it's Raiola. Makes the grab, it's Hunter.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Key. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs at times. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game, because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. And the Huskers decide to punt it away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and You go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Handoff from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. Well, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack. And
there he goes to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
49-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.